guys, welcome to the C programming tutorial. In previous lecture we have seen how to print a very simple program, that is hello world. In this lecture we will see some data types in C and its declaration method. First of all, I am writing some data types in C. There are 5 primitive data types in C, which is word, int, float, double and character. First is void. These all are data types in C. Data types in C, which is predefined. In void means empty. It means empty, no data type. We seen in previous lecture that void main, we write a function like that. In this void was a return type. It means we are returning nothing. And void is that data type in which we return nothing. Integer is also a predefined data type which store all the integer value like 5, 3, 4, 6. These all are integer value, maybe 100. These all are integer value. Float value means decimal value up to one floating point. For example, if I am writing 0.01 is a floating point value, 4.04 it's a float, and double is also floating point up to 2 precision point, means 4.0908. This is point. These can be stored in double up to 2 precision point. And in character we can store any alphabets that 5, 6, 7. These all can be stored in character. And remember, when we will store 6 any integer value in character, then it will behave as a character. Why? Because there are 256 alphabets total, total keyboard entry, and we can make all as a character. And according to size, word has no size. Integer is of 2 bytes, float is of 4 bytes, double is 8 bytes, and character is smallest, that is 1 bytes. Means when we declare an integer variable, it takes 2 bytes in memory. When we declare float variable, it takes 4 bytes in memory. And when we declare double, means it takes 8 bytes of memory in our memory storage system. Now we will see some declaration methods for this. First of all, we will write a code. Include conio.h, stdio.h for printf and scanf, and here we take float as a return type. In previous lecture we studied that this is return type. Here we will, if we take float as return type, then we have to return float to our system. Now our main function starts, and in the first line of the main function we always declare our variable which is to be used in the following program. Suppose I have to declare a variable to store any integer value, then what we will do, we will write int keyword followed by variable name. Then how variable name may be, if I am writing d, yes, correct. N, it's a right variable name. If I write n dot something, then it is not correct. First of all, we will see which is correct declaration method are not. Suppose if I am writing an alphabet followed by numerical value, numeral, then it is right, correct. If I will write alphabets followed by numeral value, but in middle we take dot, it is not correct. It is not correct. We can't write integer value first in our declaration, as we cannot write this. We can use underscore as this. Suppose I'm going to make a variable ATM pin, this is correct. If I will make, and I cannot use semicolon या comma या curly braces या forward backward slash in our variable declaration. If we will do that, there will be error in our code. So suppose I have to create an integer type value, then what I declare an in variable in integer type, and always after declaring we will terminate it by a semicolon. What it signifies, this line what signifies, means we have created an address and memory in our system named as n, which can store value of integer type. And many one we can also give other name like m1, means m1 and n1 n are two storage space in our memory of 2 bytes, which takes only integer value. And also we can create character type as ch, which take memory of 1 bytes in our system and can store only character value. We can also take float, and naming convention is same for all integer, float and character. For float, suppose bh, and for double it will also any we can take any variable c1 and nothing. These all are primitive data types we have declared here. So guys, this is enough for this lecture. In next lecture we will talk how to input an integer in our program. Thank you guys for watching.